We don't think about the kids when they go home. You know, they have breakfast and lunch when they're at school, but what about when they go home? What about on the weekends? You know, that's 3 whole days that they don't have food. They might not have clean clothes, that they might not even have somebody to just be nice to them. And the Rock provides that for them. It provides a safe, secure place that they're able to come that fills that gap for them.
The Rock program is designed to give kids a confidence to be able to enter the school and be who God called them to be. We meet the basic needs: food, clothing, hygiene, feminine hygiene, school supplies. Sometimes it's mentorship, sometimes it's a hug. We want to give them hope for the future by giving them power in the presence. So that's really big for us. So we have kids that come to school with body odor. We have kids that come to school with ripped, torn clothing. That's what the Rock does in a nutshell. It's a place where a kid can find refuge and find what they need.
It's hard to comprehend that these children or teens are going to school without their basic needs being met and then are expected to succeed. And if we can catch them now going into middle schools, that's an entire generation we're helping.
Well, we started the Rock based on the way I grew up as a kid, came to Lakeware High School. This is my school. So it's always been something on my heart to try to impact. So we decided to put it at the school where they all come. And we wanted to do the high school level because there's a large abandonment issue at the high school level. It's easy to get a lot of support for the elementary schools, but there's almost zero support for the high schools. So we wanted to start here at Lake Weir. And ironically enough, they gave us the in-school suspension portable. And we've turned it into something where kids can come find hope.
We have actually had students come to school after lengthy absences, and in student services and in guidance, we're trying to make sure that all our kids are at school, right? They can't get an education unless they're here. And a lot of times we've had conversations with kids that they didn't have any clean clothes, and that's why they didn't come to school. Their shoes broke, and they couldn't find shoes to be able to come to school. So now that we can provide those kinds of necessities to our students, it has definitely helped to increase attendance for some of our kids.
The principal said, hey, they're even stopping fights now. It's opened their eyes to the fact that, you know, we're all struggling together. So it's added a transparency to the school. And the kids that come and take the most are the ones who are giving back the most. So we have Rocks at almost all the high schools here in Marion County. We have Rocks at a lot of the middle schools here in Marion County. And then we've also moved into Lake County. So we have 2 Rocks in Lake County as well. They're all high schools or middle schools. A teacher or a school that doesn't have a Rock can reach out to us, and then we'll meet their needs at the school.
So we have hygiene items, we have feminine hygiene, food, we have also suits for the guys. We have dress shirts, dress pants, anything that they need, school supplies, anything at all, clothing, pants, anything, we provide for them.
The kids that are in need, they're not just, you know, a normal student all the time. Sometimes it is the athlete, sometimes it's the running back for the football team that you guys are counting on that can't afford a pair of cleats. And luckily the Rock was able to get donations and things to provide cleats and other equipment needed to play these sports.
As an educator, I have always felt compelled to provide these students what it is that they need. As a teacher, you're on the front lines. When a kid doesn't have a backpack or a jacket, you're the first one to see that as they come off the bus. I've even had students come in and ask to pray before class, which, as a former teacher, that's not something I had seen before. It was such a breath of fresh air.
And as a pastor, I would love to encourage my fellow pastors out there to get involved, to offer this opportunity to your people to come into these local high schools. And I think the impact will be shown generations down the road. If you can change one life, that changes a generation. And then a generation, they change their family tree. You can't put a price tag on it.
I have a couple of students that I have gotten really close to. And one of them actually tells me, Miss Maria, can I call you Mom? I guess they get that vibe from me because of the nurturing and because of the love. I take them like if they're my own. I just had another student that they had a fire in their home and they lost everything. The Rock was able to provide everything, not only for the students, for the parents, but it's very important for the donations, for the volunteers. I mean, they work hand in hand.
I like to think about it as a safe space at school, because when I'm like feeling stress or something, if I have free time at class, I always come here to volunteer. And yeah, I've seen a lot of students come in and take what they need.
Our greatest donation is time. Money is very important, but so many of the volunteers, they're the ones that meet the young people. We're here to love on them, let them know they count, encourage them in their life, pray with them if they'd like us to, and give them something that's hands-on, tangibly going to bless them.
We're always being asked at the Rock program, what do you need? So the Rock does have an Amazon business profile where we've compiled wish lists, and that's where people in the community can find a specific list of what it is that we need. Community members that are interested in getting involved can visit our website, therockprogram.org, And on our website, we have information about our mission and our vision statement.
If we can't use the donations at the Rock, I am able to help to liaison those things out to the other organizations that we might have within our community. So just because we can't use it doesn't mean that our other organizations that are within our community also can't.
We also partner with organizations that help prep students for job interviews, building their resume. If there is something that they need or they don't feel as confident in, they can come to the Rock to get that support.
Without the Rock, I believe that there's not hope, there's not a voice, there's nothing that the kids can go to. And while we're here, we could be that. We could be that voice, we could be, that hope for them.
It's really important that we uphold the integrity of these items that we're giving to our students. We're trying to build them up. Let them know what the feeling is of cutting a tag off of something. Some of these kids have never felt that, and the Rock can provide that.